All right, anyone ready?
I'm just waiting for a defendant to come swear in.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, and I'm still trying to find out who killed the next door neighbor. Oh, in the book that I'm sorry, it's a book that I'm reading. It's not mine. It's not my neighbor. But
Throw that out there.
yeah,
It's a Judge Floyd story.
yeah, no, yeah. But it's one of the flower shop murder mysteries. No, I haven't read that. I should. Okay,
Just get through it. Get through the middle, in the beginning, but
okay.
it is good after.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, exactly. You can go. No, no, no. Yeah.
Missing one?
What?
I will tell you, that sounds like,
Yeah, Pina.
I remember when I first got, somebody told me to read The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. And I read it. The first, I want to say the first 90 pages, it was like getting through molasses.
Yeah.
And somebody's like, oh, just skip over that. You don't even need to know that. I'm like, no, that's not how I read. And I got through that, then it was quick pace. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so. Yeah.
Like, yeah, that is like, oh.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And they just made a movie. That's on Sweeney and.
Mhm.
and Girls.
Okay,
But
all righty.
that's really good.
But we do read a lot of her books here. Yes. She is like the Stephen King of writing as far as being prolific.
Friction fence. Huh? You got any friction fence?
I can't look at my friction fence.
No color. That's my needs.
It's like a little-
And that's gonna be on page 5.
All righty.
Data sheet, do we need to wait on that?
We can.
All right, who's ready on Michael Pina?
You're good.
All right, if you all will come forward. And probation, this is an application. Court is calling 2026 CR 000669, State versus Michael Pina. Can I have parties announce?
Brandon Prater, state.
Christian Vega for the defense.
And are you Mr. Pina?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Counsel, you received all discovery. Did you review with your client?
I have, Judge. Yes.
Mr. Pina, did you review the application for community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are good.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Pina, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
All right, you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 to 200 grams. That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, court does not have to follow your plea. If the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. The state will call in the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Pina, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and re-entry. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 10 years in the prison. There's a $1,000 fine probated. The state recommends community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes.
State?
That is the plea, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Judge.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 10 years. There be 100 hours community service restitution, the DOEP course, TAP evaluation, and follow recommendations. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state? And the court does not have to follow those recommendations.
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence?
Judge, we have to see exhibit number 1, including all of its attachments.
No objections.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Just that he looks forward to this second chance on probation. And while he hasn't completed any of the requirements yet because he's been in custody, he has spent sufficient time in custody to know that he's going to give his entire effort on probation going forward.
All right. And from what I've read in the police report, is there an outstanding evading arrest detention?
That's right on.
All right. So how old are you?
48.
Have you ever been employed?
Yes, ma'am.
When's the last time you were employed?
Well, right before I got locked up, I was working with my cousin. They would do highway pickup.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna be continuing working when I get released.
All right. Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
How many?
7.
And what are their ages?
Really from age 27 to 9.
And do any of them reside with you?
No, ma'am. No, not. They don't live. My little ones live with the mom, and my older ones have their own apartment, their own places with the grandkids. Their grandkids.
All right. And where would you be living? Who would you be living with? I'm sorry.
With my cousin.
All right. Are there any children in the household?
No, ma'am.
So who all lives there besides
Cousin, his wife. That's it.
no grandchildren?
On their part, no.
All right. This is what the court will do. There's a $1,000 fine. That's going to be probated. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. regular random UAs, proof of employment within 45 days of release, no employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. What's your drug of choice?
It was opiates, but opiates, heroin. But I was on the methadone program right before I got locked up. I was on that program for about 4 months, and right now, incarcerated, I'm on the MAT program. It's Suboxone for the heroin, the withdrawals that I was having due to the methadone and stuff.
All right. I'm gonna ask for a referral to felony drug court in custody. What I can tell you is they'll be able to see you before the week is out.
Okay.
So probation, referral to felony drug court in custody. The TAP evaluation can be completed out of custody. If not accepted in felony drug court, then follow TAP recommendations. There should be no residing in households with minors. There's going to be 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order sober support meetings, 1 per week. Now, if you need to do more than 1 per week, you can do more than 1 per week.
This one.
And there's going to be 1 hour deducted from the community service restitution for every sober support meeting completed. Court will sentence you to 10 years, suspended and probated for 6 years. There's going to be field visits 1 time per month until further notice. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
And no, ma'am, just a second chance. It's still, I plan to take advantage of all the resources they provided, and I look forward to it.
All right, thank you. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, sir.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, we can go off the record. So listen to me clearly, right? Number 1, if there are any issues that come up, you need to speak to the probation officer about it. Do not disappear, because I'm not going to be here for you to come back and tell me whatever issue you have. So you're going to need to stay straight on the path. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you, okay?
Thank you very much, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, who's next? Okay.
Basically.
Okay. 1 second, Judge. Give me 2 seconds to find it. Who is it?
Juan Rivas.
Juan Rivas. That's okay. All right, what's the update?
Judge, been given school records by the state, some 74 pages. That's a good update for that.
As far as the court transcription, I have not been able to hear an ETA on when the transcript will be provided. The last communication I have said 2 weeks, which I believe it's been 2 weeks, and we still have not received anything. And I've tried to follow up and email and follow up.
All right, just a moment, have a seat.
Okay.
All right, anyone else ready?
Okay, ready, and there's a non-profit manifest.
All right, where's the plea? Roland Deagarza?
Notification.
Just 1 second. All right, Roland Deagarza. And are there any applications?
Nope.
All right, probation, no applications. Court is calling 2025 CR 0120016-02, State versus Roland Deagarza. Can I have parties announced?
Ready for the state?
Kelly Piddle for Roland Deagarza.
And are you Mr. Deagarza?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Deagarza, did you review the document entitled True Bill of Indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Judge would be waiving the punishment enhancement, but otherwise proceeding as drawn.
Any objection?
No objection.
Did you review court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
You're charged with theft of property, 30,000 to 150,000. As a third degree felony, the range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, court does not have to follow your plea. If the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. The state will call in the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes.
Sir, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and re-entry. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishments be assessed at 8 years in the prison. State is taking in consideration 2025 CR 010220. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense?
Yes.
State?
Yeah, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, any such motions?
Nope.
Then to the offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence.
Judge, you have state exhibit number 1, including all of its attachments.
No objection.
All right. State, you may be excused.
Judge.
Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses? The state will call in the right to remain silent. Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witness statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. After reviewing states exhibits one and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes,
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
just asking the court to follow plea bar.
All right, the court will sentence you to 8 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. Taking in consideration 2025 CR 010220. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. How old are you?
52.
All right, so you're at the point of your life where more of your life is behind you than in front of you. So you need to ask yourself, these 8 years, is that worth this? You know, is that worth time out of your life? You're gonna have to start making better decisions. Otherwise, you're gonna find yourself spending a majority of your life in prison. If there's an issue with drug addiction or anything else going on like that, there are plenty of places that can help. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Judge.
Have a seat, sir.
All right, anyone else ready?
Just had a off Docket matter with, Roland Martinez.
All right, what's the matter about?
Over Jesús in the Boston.
All right, who's the prosecutor on this? All right, he's asking that his client be allowed to work.
He currently has an indicted XX.
Well, no, I mean, I'm just trying to figure, are y'all in agreement to this or no?
Yes, because he's already got those bond conditions on his other case, so we're fine with essentially mirroring the bond conditions that were amended on the XX.
So you're in agreement with his being allowed to work? Okay, all right.
Wish somebody would let me not work. That would work.
But then who would pay the bills?
Neil, that is an interesting question.
Oh, you asked Michael DeLeon if he has my phone. Oh, he's right there.
Mike, Judge. Mike.
He's engrossed. Ah, okay, thank you. I didn't even see that. It's just staring right at me. Oh, no. I'll let you destroy those too. I mean, I don't have to worry about that.
Took this back there to give it to her and I left, didn't give it to her. I live with you. Got distracted.
I took care of it.
So, and not.
Oh,
Jinaro Zavala.
The reset first setting.
Okay, just you ready?
Just one moment.
Basically, she's the guy.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, page 5, first one, and I'll follow.
Jinaro Zavala. Hello. All right, so where are we on discovery?
Judge, we've got most of our discovery already. This is our first setting. And I know the state wants to talk to the complainant in the case. And that's where we're at. So we're looking for a relatively short reset.
All right, 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's ideal.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 3-week reset for a potential disposition. I'm sorry, when? All right, we'll see you back on April 6th.
Sounds good, Judge.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
I'll set up a video call with you. Thank you.
Anyone else ready?
Right?
Yes.
Your Honor, in my hand, I have a document. It is impressive.
Mhm.
And now we are in receipt of it.
You're welcome. So you all have all of the discovery?
Yes, you're.
All right, Mr. Rivas?
I think that's correct.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what, Your Honor, I can say that I have provided all the discovery in the state's possession to develop,
Okay.
unless he's requesting something else.
We'll see what can of worms this opens up, Judge, but
Oh, it shouldn't open up any. How many pages is that?
it looks like it's only
It's 53 pages, Your Honor.
Oh,
53.
that will be quick. All right, Ms. Ferguson, on this case, bring it back on April 6th for us to see where you are. And on that date, you all are going to receive a jury trial, a jury trial date on that day. All right, is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
We thank the court.
Good afternoon.
You too.
Draws. Slide on down.
Anyone else ready?
Nobody at the moment.
Norma, if you can call Mac to come over, please.
Yes.
Get you, Jimmy.
They got the work keep this at 2 different files, right? Like, just as drug court referral.
Thank you.
Sure.
And like, what up?
So what I wanted to do next. It pretty much said together.
Oh, are you okay?
CI 05.
Yeah, they have to do, I do. You gotta do their big one. This side.
We just say in there, money for total.
Let me do.
I counsel against him taking, okay, because I don't think it's, I think it's a.
That was 2024 CR 01295.
Right. No. So I'm doubtful. But
What time? At 9?
And actually, one of the deputy that wrote it was actually my friend class in the county class. So. I mean, if he was wanted. Was but I can't think of something. It's kind of.
I don't got it. I know, I literally flew up for guys, and I'm going down. They won't swine and baby hates, just gotta go forward without. Was that hire one guy as the assistant. It's not the same. Yeah. You know, it's like, come on, dude. But yeah, so let me follow up with them today. If I don't. One on a Zoom, my client.
You guys, we'll go on by, we'll go on my case, and then
I know.
no, just appreciate you.
I truly appreciate it.
I mean,
Okay. No, really. No, we gotta, I want it done too. Yes, I got 2 cases. Yeah, it's just,
that's it.
oh, I'm here.
So-
It's not me. That's somebody else. No, okay, but I'll try and get something from Mr. Crane. Figure out where, if we want to do this or not. I'm gonna do it right now. Wait around.
I will go to the final trial. Of course, that would pretty important.
I did say yes.
No, I thought, I wasn't gonna be. No, that's okay.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, you know, I would find out.
Yes, just enough.
What is it called?
Oh, you know the drill.
Oh.
Get away with it.
Don't get you the call.
That's right, okay, yeah, so we'll just sit back.
On yellow? Right. Ellen Ray? Alfredo's. You want him dressed? It is Philip?
We'll have Jonathan train. John. Valerie had that. Three one nine two. Oh, okay.
And as you can tell, a lot of times you're just waiting. Hmm. Oh, one, they're supposed to be talking to whoever the supervisor is about this information. Who knows, is that gonna happen?
I was like, oh.
I don't know, sometimes people don't pick up the phone, it's like, just pick up the phone and call somebody. Then, trying to see over here, because there are some attorneys who are not here and what to do with that. So, yeah. So it's waiting. No, I'm going to be at a seminar. Yeah.
I spoke with Mr. Cruz. He would like to have the case reassigned to another attorney, and I did text Mr. Garcia, and he has no objection to that.
All right, Deputy Laura, you can take Malara back. She's on page 1. Norma, recall this in 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Second, Jeff.
All right, we'll put April 2nd.
Here, Mr. Parsons,
Yes.
I have not received a response from a text message, and I couldn't leave a voicemail
And
for
that was,
Mr. Brown.
all right. So have you had any contact with Mr. Brown?
Yeah, I had a
Do you-
video appointment with him.
Oh, I just need to know if you've had contact.
Oh,
with him.
yes.
All right, so he's informed the court that he's having or has had hip surgery or something.
Yeah,
You just said hip and back. Something.
Yeah.
So do you wish for him to remain your attorney? Or would you like another attorney appointed to represent you?
I'll take another.
All right, and have you had ample opportunity to discuss this with Mac? Is that what he's informed you?
well, we were thinking that we could get a court date further down the
Yeah.
week,
Yeah.
that maybe Mr. Brown
Yeah.
would be
All
back.
right, you want to discuss with him about that and then y'all can come back
I
and let me know.
agree.
All right, so here's the thing. I want y'all to have a conversation.
Okay.
So you all can come back to me and tell me what you want me to do, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Just give me 20 minutes and I'll have one thing ready for you.
And what is happening with Raphael Leal's client?
I'm
So,
working
can you
paper.
get more paper right now?
All right, thank you. And Norma, any update on Timothy Roundtree with Miss Fields? Yes.
Okay, I think we're ready. Mr. Parsons,
All right, and what is he requesting?
another attorney, Your Honor.
All right, just give us a moment. Norma?
And then Jeremy Mark, I have not heard anything from Mr. Hopkins,
Okay.
so I would.
I'll work.
Oh, wait, I want to say. Okay, he said, Mr. Hopkins said he's in trial in Carmel County.
Yeah.
All right, does he know where his client Jeremiah Marcus?
You got around it.
Okay,
He said he did a search on Odyssey and he didn't find his client on it for today.
no, it's listed.
Okay,
All right, Norma. Recall Jeremiah Mark for Thursday. They had said he was in Harris County, but he's not.
He said, come out.
No, I'm talking about the defendant.
Oh.
Yes, but he's not.
He's not.
He's on
Okay,
bond.
Okay. And I just. Mr. Happy now.
Daniel Ontiveros.
I know. Don't be back.
We'll find it. I will find it.
Are y'all ready on the plea? Kenneth Mendes. Court is calling 2025 CR 014219 State versus Kenneth Renee Mendes. Can our parties announce?
State.
Martin Getta, attorney for Kenneth Mendes.
And are you Mr. Mendes?
Okay,
I'm sorry?
I'm good. How about yourself, Jim?
I'm doing great, but are you Kenneth Mendes?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I thought you said how am I doing?
Well, I'm glad you're doing great. Probation, this is an application. Counsel, you received all discovery. Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Mendes, did you review the application for deferred adjudication or community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? Mr. Mendes, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
You're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 to 4 grams. That's a 3rd-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. The state will call in the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that the court would grant your application for deferred adjudication if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked? The court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to $10,000 fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I believe so, Your Honor.
Mr. Mendes, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering this plea, you will be deported, denied at naturalization and reentry. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, state is asking that your punishment be assessed at 3 years in the prison. There's a $1,000 fine. They're opposed to your application for deferred adjudication and community supervision. They're taking in consideration 2025 CR 014218. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State? Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then for the offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State any evidence.
Yes, Your Honor, sheet offers sleep if you just want to know.
Any objection?
No objections.
Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses? The state will call in the right to remain silent.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments. Court has reviewed the same. Court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Your Honor, we can't waive a PSI.
All right. Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, he is 39 years old, and first I'd say he does accept responsibility for this. This is not a situation where he's been trying to hide behind any excuses. He knows he made some bad choices, and his exact words to me were, he's never really, well, if you look at his criminal history, he's never asked for probation. There was some questions about one particular case, a forgery case back in 2012. In the criminal history, it indicated that he had a reputation, but he was telling me that he actually never was released from Bexar County custody. He wound up getting revoked several months after he was placed on the deferred adjudication. But he wanted to make sure, he was telling me to look that up because he said that he has never before
ask for probation, but he's at a point in his life as 39-year-old man where he understands he's at a crossroads.
Mhm.
And what he also understands is that he just does not want to have to deal with this lifestyle. He's hoping that with all respect, that he would give him the opportunity to show that he can be successful on deferred adjudication. He's open to treatment. He wants to go to lifetime recovery. He's trying to, as best he can, make plans for himself. He's been on the waiting list actually since he's been in custody for several treatment programs here. Unfortunately, he just hasn't been able to get into those, but he has been asking about them. And I do believe he would be a good candidate for the deferred adjudication, especially at this point in his life when he desires some rehabilitation.
All right, state.
Your Honor, based on the criminal history of Mr. Mendes, I don't feel that he is proper. He has several convictions. He has 2 less than a gram cases where he did respectively, he got a 1244 under 1 and then did a trip for TBC. He also has that forgery defense mentioned, which is a state jail as well as 2 misdemeanors. Regarding the statement of him never being released, I do see here that on that forgery case, he did get an MTR and it included some technicals in the new number 1. And I can confirm whether he was in that released under that case as well, just so that it is. Regarding that case, they do show that he was released on 9/11. I'm sorry, 11/6/2014.
All right, when's the last time you had employment?
So it was a Walmart. I don't recall what year. It might have been that year that I picked up that from the state judge.
Okay. And when did you start using? How old were you?
I had been started off with marijuana at a young age.
No. When? When? WHEN, when did you start using?
The methamphetamine.
No, any drug. What's the first time you remember using drugs? How old were you?
I was 17.
All right. And then the meth and everything else, when did you start using that?
The meth came later on in life, around my mid to late 20s.
All right. And who is Miss Rankin to you?
She's my girlfriend.
And is she using too?
No, ma'am, she's not. She's my inspiration to stop using. She at one point was suicidal, jumped off the bridge, and ever since then she had changed her life around, and she's not using. I mean, as long as I've been locked up, she's been telling me that she's not using, and I believe her.
But here's the thing, we don't know that. I don't know that. You don't know that.
That's right.
All right, so what I'm gonna do for now, well, I'm gonna give you a choice, first of all.
Okay.
1, I'll find you guilty and I'll place you on probation. Or 2, I'll find you guilty and send you to prison. Those are your 2 choices. But I don't think you should be having contact, or at least in-person contact, with Miss Rankin at this time, because usually people that are in the throes of their addiction, when a person is with them, especially if it's the girlfriend or whatever is going on, they're in the throes of their addiction as well. And the fact that you're telling me she's told you she's not using and you believe her tells me that at some point in her life with you, she's been using as well.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So there's not going to be any in-person contact with Miss Rankin.
Yes, ma'am.
So do you want probation?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 3 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 3 years. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UA. In custody, there's to be a referral to felony drug court counsel. They'll be able to see him before the week is out. There's to be a TAP evaluation. That's going to be out of custody, follow all recommendations. There's to be no residing in households with minors, no unsupervised contact with minors, proof of employment within 45 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home healthcare provider with minors. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. Take in consideration 2025 CR 014218. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to require weekly sober support meetings. And there's to be an hour deducted for every sober support meeting completed from his community service hours. Probation, is there anything else?
No.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
We can go off the record. Here's the thing. I'm not going to be here if you come back on a motion to revoke. You need to realize that you're looking at 3 years in the prison if you come back on a motion to revoke. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Make sure you stay in contact with probation.
Well, ma'am.
All right. I have been accused of being too lenient by some. So I'm telling you, I'm not going to be here. So make sure you follow through. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Just one thing, Your Honor, field visits, at least initially, his residence is going to be Haven Grove.
Okay. Well, if he's in felony drug court, they'll take care of that. And if you're honest with felony drug court, they will let you be in that program and they'll help you with employment. All right, anyone else ready?
Sorry, Judge.
Oh, is this Daniel?
Uncle Burris.
All righty.
Leon, and I think, yeah, has to.
Okay, thank you.
I'll talk you.
Thank you.
You good?
Ready.
I don't know, she said you were too lenient, that's ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Oh, not having- Oh, okay. Fix that. All right, who needed to approach? Mr. Real?
Hello.
Hello,
Yes, what are you approaching on?
on Aiden Luhan Falcon.
All right, let me find what page they're on. All right, Aiden Luhan Falcon, come.
Right here.
come up. Hello, how old are you? 18. All right, so here's my question. Are you on all of the cases?
Yes, sir.
All right, so where are we on discovery?
We are okay on the drug case, George, but my client picked up a new case February the 1st.
Right, and are you on those two new cases?
Right,
All right, so state, I'm gonna recall this for 45 days. And if you'll make sure that he has the discovery on the other cases. All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 45-day reset. Are you in school?
yes, sir.
April 30th.
April 30th, is that school day for you?
It's a Thursday.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what kind of breaks they have. Now they're doing all this newfangled thing where,
I'm in a GED program, so.
all right, so can you look at your calendar? I don't want you missing your program.
No, it's fine.
No, we're not doing it's fine with your missing your school.
At April 30, it's because my school's from like 5 to 9.
5 to win?
5 to 9.
Ah, so you'll be fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
The afternoon? Yes.
See the new things they're doing?
That's a surprise to me.
Okay. So we're going to bring you back on April 30th, and it's for your attorney to get the discovery on the other cases. All right. Once you sign the reset form, you are excused.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know if this is appropriate, but I'm a fan of you. I always see you on TikTok.
Hi. Hey, well, this is what I want you to do for me.
This is the bad way I had to meet people.
Oh, okay. Well, here's what I want you to do for me, okay? You are very young. To stay out of trouble for you, if there's any trouble, you got to stay in the house. You know, you should either just be studying for your exam or in the house or at work.
Yes.
I'm sure your attorney will tell you that. So just make sure you do that, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's on preparing a plea real quick.
Mhm.
Señor Mendes, así que es bien.
All right, and Mr. Leal, have you had a chance to speak with Mr. Parsons yet?
Yes, and I also talking to the prosecutor.
Okay. All right, do you need to confer with them more?
Yes, huh?
Okay. Okay, what is happening with Paul Robinson?
For an amendment.
Judge, we turned in our paperwork, Mr. Robinson.
All right, thank you.
Additionally, Judge, I'm waiting for the 226 to finish for Dyer during a break, so I can do a plea down there as well.
Okay, all right, we'll take care of this first.
Go fast. Oh, that's right, Kenneth.
And Mr. DeLeon, in this case, is there an application?
There is,
Okay,
so we're gonna need PSI.
all right. All right, on Carl Robinson, I need a PSI date. April when? 13th. April 13th, Mr. DeLeon?
No. Supposed to be in Belton.
All right, he's in Belton.
You want a Tuesday, Thursday?
Oh.
Have to come back on the 27th.
Yeah, do the 27th, April 27th.
All right, in council, is there going to be a need for a MIC evaluation or anything?
No, not at
All
all.
right, PSI and TAP.
PSI tab.
I was gonna give
Probation on Carl Robinson. That's going to be scheduled on April 27th for a PSI and TAP evaluation. He's on page 3, the first one.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Court is calling 2025 CR 0125772-02, State versus Carl Robinson. Can I have parties announced?
Michael DeLeon for Mr. Robinson.
And are you Mr. Robinson? Counsel, you received all discovery. Did you review it with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Robinson, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it inside it?
Extensively, yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Judge will be waiving all but count 1, but also be proceeding only on the lesser included charge of robbery.
Any objection?
No objection.
All right, did you review the court's admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and cite it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're charged with robbery. That's second-degree felony. Range punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. The state would call in the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
If the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, off the record. Bye, Rick.
Hi, Judge.
All right.
Thank
Good day.
everybody.
All righty. Leave men behind.
Just Brandon.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. All right. We're back on the record. Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do believe he's currently competent.
All right, Mr. Robinson, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No coercion is present.
Anyone promise you anything other than the plea?
No,
Satisfied with the way you've been represented?
certain.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering this plea, you will be deported and denied naturalization and reentry. Did you understand?
Thus I comprehend.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, state is proceeding on count 1, the lesser included offense of robbery. They're asking that your punishment be assessed at a cap of 6 years in the prison. They're opposed to your applications. Did you understand that to be the plea?
I do understand.
Defense?
That's correct, Your Honor.
State?
It is correct, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No motions, Your Honor.
Then to count one, the lesser included offense of robbery, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence.
Judge, we have to say exhibit number one, including all of its attachments.
We reviewed that, Your Honor. No objection.
I state you may be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Extensively, yes, I did.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call on the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
I do comprehend.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same.
And no tap evaluation was. And that is the definition. Very well. Yes.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. All right, counsel will come back for sentencing. And on your client, does he need a TAP evaluation?
I don't think he needs one, Judge, but it's easy to do one if the court wishes.
All right, any MIC evaluation?
No.
All right, this will be a TAP and PSI, and we'll come back on the 13th, the 30th.
27th,
Sorry.
April 27th.
We need a date right now.
All right, so we'll be back on April 27th.
Sounds good, Judge.
All right, see you then.
All right,
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll talk about it.
All right, who else is ready?
Are you ready?
Judge, I just need a approach on Mr. Cruz.
All right, Mr. Cruz, come down. Yes.
All right, as the court knows, I just got a point on this afternoon. I've gone through the file, had a good conversation with Mr. Cruz. I think we've got some issues that we can defend. I really want to pull discovery and kind of compare what I know from the report and what he's telling me we're going to see. So I just probably need a regular reset just so I can get some time to get the discovery and do what I need to do on my end.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, set this for a plea deadline date in 30 days. And the reason why I'm doing that, counsel, it was previously set for a plea deadline date.
Okay.
Okay.
Give you April 16th.
April 16th.
April 16th, perfect, Judge.
Okay.
And Judge, I'm gonna file a motion for a bond reduction.
Okay.
Just get with Ms. Ferguson and
Yes.
get that set.
Yes, and they'll probably set it. Well, it depends on whoever set the last bond. Norma, can you look in the system and see if a magistrate judge set the last bond or if a district court judge set it? That's okay. Odyssey is moving slow. I'm going through that as well. But I will tell you this, if a associate judge or magistrate judge said it, then it can go to
Nahara?
Nahara or Hallstatt. But if a district court judge said that, only a district court judge can give a reduction.
Makes sense. Are these the original bonds? The amounts that were bonded? Yes, sir. From when you get magged, right? You probably do it through a mag judge, I bet you.
All right, so
But
if he-
I'll double check it.
Yes, if he did it through a magistrate judge, then so that it can be expedited, we can have it sent to Judge Nahara or Judge Hallstatt.
Perfect, Judge. Thank you.
Okay.
I'll get that draft and we'll get it one
All
back.
right, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
All right, who else do we have remaining?
April 16th. It was bad. From when I was looking through what he had about.
Yes.
Every day. So, see you guys. Thank you for
All right, thank you. Have a good one. Deputy Laura, when you have a chance, could you call out in the hallway for April Monique Fields? Hallway? Norma? Norma?
Yes, ma'am.
On Fields, that's being recalled for tomorrow and tell counsel his client needs to be here. State Fields on page 5 is being recalled for tomorrow. And Norma, on Jeremiah Mark, it says in the system that he's a fugitive.
Jeremiah.
Page one.
Yes, he's a fugitive because he was in Harris County.
Okay.
Jail.
Mhm.
That's why I have to, the thing that he never got noticed. If you have a warrant, obviously will not show the case. He's had issues with that.
All right, so here's my question. Is he in Harris County?
No, he's not.
All right, so he's been released?
He's been.
All right, so he still has a warrant here, so tell Hopke that his client needs to appear. All right, thank you. And Deputy Laura, can you make the announcement for Gabriel Ibarra? Okay. All right, Norma, recall Ibarra for tomorrow. On page 4, that's Melissa Christian's client. Mhm. I like it.
Just curl back.
What, mine? And we like. Yeah, as I would appreciate, but it's not real. But mine, not only producing, yeah. It's like, hey, around me. It looks like me, if I could put my nose, my lips, my eyes, but it's not. But I'll take it, I guess.
You know, that's one of my favorite movies,
Which one is that?
Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh,
But they were all like, that was has magic on there though.
Let me just tell
I
you,
gotta get you those pinky, pointers.
let me just tell you,
They're like,
I love Big Trouble in Little China. There are so many great quotes in that.
Very cute.
is there?
Oh, yeah, and Kurt Russell was hilarious.
The mullet, he made the mullet look really good.
Yeah. You know what he said? He said, when that guy pushes you up against the bar, he asks you, have you paid your dues? You know what you do? You look them straight in their eye and you tell them checks in the mail. But he was hilarious. They don't make movies like that anymore, like Saturday the 14th.
Looking for it this past Saturday. I guess it didn't come out.
Yeah.
Oh, you should look at it.
You could find it, look, let me find
Oh,
it.
I've seen it before. I just thought it was.
And there's a sequel, let me find a sequel.
I've never seen the sequel. What's the sequel?
Better than 14, the sequel.
Yeah, I don't know about that sequel. Let me just tell you, Saturday the 14th was hilarious.
Strikes Back.
They had some kind of jump scares in there, but it was very good.
Yeah, it's Saturday the 14th Strikes Back.
Don't do that before you do the actual Saturday the 14th.
I've done it, Judge.
But you really should watch Food of the Gods.
It's not on my list.
You're doing Elvira's list.
And you don't, okay, Judge, and let's see if you can remember. In the Night of the Living Dead, because that's what I watched this past weekend. Who survives at the end?
I mean, I can't remember names,
Oh, you see, and this is my point. This is why you have to watch it again.
but I tell you what, Night of the Living Dead, I think the 80s version was hilarious.
We're not talking about that. That one's not on the list.
Are you talking about the one from the 60s?
Yes.
I can't
The
remember.
black and white version.
It's been a while since I
That's what I'm
watched it.
saying, Judge.
Just like House on Honey Hill.
That one's on the list,
It should be.
but it's not. We're only doing movies on the list.
And then, you know, when somebody put something out and they wanted to know who was the best vampire, right? And they put all these people on the list. And I'm like, where's Frank Langella? I mean, how could you not have him on the list? Go figure.
Love at First Sight with George Hamilton.
I remember that. And that was funny.
No, Love at First Sight with
George
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
I mean, that,
Yeah. I loved him in Zorro too.
and Zorro with the gay blade.
Yeah. That was good. I don't care what anybody says.
That one was funny.
They had some great-
You cannot make movies like that.
Yeah. You can't.
You cannot.
Oh no, you know who was in Love at First Bite? It was the guy from Wings. George Hamilton and the guy from Wings. I can't remember his name. But he played in Wings.
Richard Benjamin.
No, Steven Weber. I want to say he was in Love at First Bite.
Steven Weber. Anywhere.
Was he?
Oh,
Maybe he was in Dracula. No, he was in Dracula, Dead and Loving It. Yeah.
and now
Okay, now I remember.
I also like Interview with a Vampire. Those are my two favorite vampire movies.
Yeah.
Other
Interview-
than that is.
Well, I tell you what, I haven't had a chance to watch it, but people say the series on AMC is good. I haven't watched
They
it.
extended it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, but extended.
Yeah. My issues with vampire flicks, and I think it's because I'm not viewing it from the standpoint that people don't know the rules. So,
And Sinners was good.
yeah. You don't understand? Why is it never fails in every vampire movie when people are going to kill the vampire, you know they can't come out during the daylight. But yet you don't get your weapons and you don't go to the vampire's house till about 4:30 p.m. Why do people do that?
Because
When if you know they can't survive in sun, wouldn't you be there at the crack of dawn? Like, you know, it's similar to the purge. You know the purge is coming. Why you wait till now to go get medicine for the child? Purge is upon us.
well, they say that there's real vampires in New Orleans. You're not supposed to open the door or check the door or anything after midnight.
Fright Night was a good vampire flick.
Yeah.
It was, but I thought it was hilarious when
They like vampires, with
Yeah.
a totally different type of one still always came on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
was
I
what
like
happened to,
when
Lost Boys from Dusk to Dawn.
That's still done.
oh, Dust Till Dawn was good. But I like when that what's his name? The television show host said, "You'll be fine as long as you don't invite them into your house." And then that boy goes home from visiting with him, and the vampire tells him, "Your mom invited me in so I can come over whenever I want to, right?" And the mom is like, "Yes." Oh, you know what? Lost Boys was good too. But Twilight, they started doing this glow in the daylight nonsense. I was like, come on. Oh, yeah. They start moving away from things. And then, you know, silver bullets don't affect the werewolves. What? Not in Twilight.
I don't know.
But did you ever see The Werewolf in London?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good.
It was. It was sort of sad though. Young children will never know the fear of going through to a drive-in movie and seeing a horror flick.
The one horror flick I remember at the drive-in was Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because we were all playing in the swings because they had the playground in the front until that guy comes with the chainsaw and ran that. We all ran into the car.
I remember watching Motel Hell.
Not that bad.
It is when your head is buried. I mean, you're buried up to your neck. But now the scariest thing that I saw at the drive-in was Food of the Gods. And then after that, my mom would just take us, we would go see everything that had to do with Godzilla.
Oh my
Godzilla
God.
versus Megalon. That's the one that I remember. Oh, and we saw Jimmy Walker, because they used to have a lot of Disney flicks. I forget the name of it, but he was a boxer, and whenever the bell rang or something, he was good and then not good. Yeah.
Really sound on.
All right, are we ready?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
There's one more paperwork we got to do.
Okay.
We scared me from a long time. They're just funny.
The scariest one for me was Cujo.
Cujo.
Cujo, big
Definitely Lincoln lawyer inspired by the book.
Yes.
It definitely doesn't follow.
And then some of the things that I watched on the series, just one second. In the time where you had druids and everything, but it was awesome. Because that show, what was it? Was it originally on USA Network? So the USA Network, they had a lot of series that would come out, and it was supposed to be for like 6 episodes or something, but if it did well, then it would continue. But yeah.
If you have HBO Go, HBO Max, Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Megan was telling me about it, so I watched it with my wife.
Mhm.
It's good. It's really, really good. I'm surprised how fast went by.
People have said that it was good.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, if you get a chance, that Roar series, it's from 1997, and it's with Heath Ledger.
I have like this really like we've conjured up like some repressed memory of like I remember seeing an ad for it on like UPN or something back when UPN was still a thing. A channel, channel 3. Wow.
And then they had a great series. The guy who played in Excalibur, he was in this series with Iona Sky, and it was called Covington Cross. And it was set in you should watch it. It was set in medieval times. It was good. Covington Cross. And I think that was probably like in the 80s. That's when they were doing, Dynasty, Dallas. And then they said, oh, let's do this medieval sort of thing. And so it's about this guy who was in Excalibur, the original one, as the King Arthur. So he was in that, and he was a father to, I think it was 3 boys, 1 girl, or maybe 2 girls. Iona Sky was older, didn't want to get married. She wanted to hunt, do all of that. And so he was a single father taking care of them. He didn't pull a Cinderella or anything like that with that. It's like, I'm not going to bring somebody in here to treat you badly. All right. Mark Parsons. All right, the court is calling 2026 CR 0000443 and 2026 CR 0000444. State versus Mark Parsons. Could I have parties announced?
Brandon Ray, state.
Rafael Leal for Mr. Parsons.
And are you Mr. Parsons?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Parsons, Mr. Leal was appointed to represent you. You stated that you wish to have a new attorney appointed. He does have the right to have 10 days to prepare for trial. First, do you wish to proceed with Mr. Leal?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you wish to proceed with the agreements that you've reached with the state?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you waiving your attorney's 10 days to prepare for trial?
Yes.
Mr. Leal, do you need any time to prepare?
No, Your Honor.
Counsel, in each cause number, have you received all discovery and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
In each cause number, the court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. In each cause number, Mr. Parsons, did you review the applications for community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
In each cause number, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, in each cause number, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Judge.
State, in each cause number, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, both of that.
Thank you. And cause number ending in 4-3, you're charged with evading arrest detention with a vehicle. That's a third-degree felony. Range punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. And cause number ending in 4-4, you're charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is up to a $10,000 fine and anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility. If you have pleas with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. In each cause number, you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. The state will call in the right to remain silent. By entering into these pleas, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in each of these cause numbers?
Yes.
Counsel, in each cause number, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Judge.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
He does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the
I
offenses?
believe so.
Mr. Parsons, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter these pleas?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the pleas?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, I am.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering these pleas, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and re-entry. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
In each cause number, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. In each cause number, did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, I did, ma'am.
According to the plea, in each cause number, the state is recommending community supervision. There's $1,000 fine to be probated. The cases will run concurrently. And cause number ending in 4-4, they're asking that your punishment be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility with their recommendation of probation. And cause number ending in 4-3, they're asking your punishment be assessed at 5 years in the prison with a recommendation of community supervision. There's to be restitution of $2,500 to the complainant in 2026 CR 000444. Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
It is, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph in each cause number with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
I did, ma'am.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
I did.
Counsel, any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, in each case, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 5 years. There be 100 hours community service restitution, the felony theft course. What is this? Okay, I'm sorry. Driver safety course and MRT. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to each cause, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Contest.
State, any evidence?
Judge, we have to say exhibit number 1 and all attachments.
Not yet.
All right. And state, have you had a chance to speak to the complainant?
We have to.
All right, thank you. You may be excused.
Thank you.
And each cause number, did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses? The state will call in the right to remain silent. Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments and each cause number, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, we would like for the court to follow the state's recommendations.
All right, who is Priscilla Bracamontes to you?
Next girlfriend.
And why are you doing this? Why are you behaving this way?
I was trying to make some extra money with, I'm a mechanic in my neighborhood.
Well, I mean, I'm saying let's start with the evading. We'll deal with the theft of a vehicle later.
Evading, I had a bad choice.
And what is happening to it says here he has a previous evading. I guess that's a misdemeanor. Is there something still pending, counsel?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have any children?
Yes,
What are their ages?
they're grown, 20 and 19.
All right, do you have any grandchildren?
Yes, I do.
What are their ages?
1-year-old and 2-year-old.
When's the last time you were employed?
A year and a half ago.
Doing what?
I was a tree trimmer.
Have you ever been to prison before?
No.
All right, in cause number 2026 CR 0000444, court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to $1,000 fine, probated, 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 5 years. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days of release, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no contact with Patricia Bracamontes. No residing in households with minors. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to require a felony theft course. Once that's completed, 100 hours will be deemed satisfied. And there is to be 100 hours, another 100 hours deemed satisfied upon completion of the driver safety course. There's going to be field visits 1 time per month until further notice. Probation, is there anything else with regards to that case?
Did you order software support?
No, I didn't order that. But you know what? Let's do a TAP evaluation out of custody.
Okay.
And follow recommendations.
Judge, concerning his grandkids, that's not applicable, right? Because I think they live together or
Yes,
there's some.
they live with me,
Well, where are they living right now?
with my wife at my house.
Here's the problem. He's not a person who should have minors in his household. That may change once he shows me something, but for now, that's not a good idea for them, okay?
Okay.
What will he need to do concerning that in the
I'm
future?
I'm about to address that in the other case.
Okay.
All right. And in that cause number, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? All right, because that's a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because it's a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. All right, we're going to move on to 2026 CR 0000443. Odyssey is moving slow. All right, as previously stated in that cause number, the court is going to find you guilty. There's $1,000 fine that will be probated. Court will sentence you to 5 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 5 years. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. Proof of employment within 30 days. No employment as a home health care provider or minors, and that's 30 days upon release. There's to be no contact with Patricia Bracamontes, no residing in households with minors, 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order the MRT. Once the MRT is completed, 100 hours will be deemed satisfied. The remaining 100 hours will be deemed satisfied once he's completed parenting classes, and I'm going to order that. Counsel, once he has parenting classes under his belt, just come back to me and I'll reconsider. There's going to be field visits 1 time per month until further notice. TAP evaluation out of custody, follow TAP recommendations. There's to be restitution of $2,500 to the complainant. And 2026 CR 000444. And just one moment. Could I have that back, please? I'm gonna see what the complainant's name, just a second. And yes. All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because that's a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your agreement, because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and if you want to have contact where you're residing in a household with your grandchildren, you're gonna have to show me something. You understand? All right, good luck to you. Thank you,
Thank you.
counsel. Thank you.